today I had this. Now, the topic, Muslim just blame others for their own problem. This is the subject. Today I encountered, I dealt with, I talked to two old, specifically a gentleman who is not considered old. He's not old, but he's considered elder comparing to me. I'm 40 years this year. I've 40 years in 2 months. And he is at his 60s, 65, 67. I don't consider him an old man. So there is almost 30 years between me and him, or 25 years. And I am, as a Muslim, also when it's come to my culture, but definitely Islam. And also Islam definitely, there is no doubt. My culture, I respect those who are older. He did not assault Muhammad, peace be upon him. He did not assault. He just said Islam is finished. The rules of Islam is finished. It's not good for this time. Okay, I can talk normally. But then he went to the fact that Muslims are the one who's causing trouble and they are blaming others. Now I am dealing right now with a nice, peaceful gentleman. I'm not questioning that. Nice, peaceful person. But stupid. Literally, he's stupid. And I said to him while we were talking, I'm going to explain what's happened between me and him. Now, he is a believer of something. Is he calling himself a Christian? No. He's not an atheist. Come. I said to him, remember that I am a Muslim who is showing respect to the rules. And I will always treat you with respect. There is other Muslim, either youth, starting from the youth, who might attack you. Who might attack you for the way you're putting it. Yeah, even if they cannot answer you. But I'm going to answer you. Which Muslim you're talking? What do you mean Muslims? He said Muslims are fighting each other right now. Why won't Muslims care for each other? Look what's happening there, Middle East, Sunni, Shiite. I said, you are at this age and you should know things better than me. I said to him, listen. And there was a Sikh gentleman, Sikh. Now, I'm not going to mention the true faith of this gentleman. The Sikh is nice. I'm not saying that Sikh. Some of the Sikhs could be stupid, ignorant, whatever. Smart, nice. We're human. Look at the Sikh. What do you think about the Sikh? He said the Sikhs are a new religion. How many? 500 years? But your faith is 400. Maybe you need to change the faith. I said, what about Christianity? What about Judaism? You consider it a very peaceful faith, do you? Now, he's not from those who call themselves Christian. So he don't believe in Jesus and Messiah, whatever. I don't want to mention what. You consider the Jews peaceful, do you? Judaism based on your understanding. I'm sure that it's returned back to thousands of years. You don't understand even what's Judaism, but fine. Regardless, I didn't say that I'm an Israelite. Oh, definitely I'm an Israelite, but I didn't mention this. I understand the faith of Judaism more than this, more than 1,000 times more than those who are occupying the Holy Land. Oh, there is no comparison. You don't compare my understanding to Judaism, the truth of Judaism, to those people who are just, what is the word? Stucker of the name Judah. There is a name when someone enters a party and he is not welcomed. You're entering something. Wallahi, they are worse. I said to him, come sir, let me talk to you. What about the Sikhs? He said, yes, the Sikhs are not killing each other. I said, man, here in London, with due my great respect to the Sikhs, this doesn't mean that the Sikhs are bad. No, I have dealt with a lot of Sikhs who are absolutely wonderful. We're human at the end. I know some Sikh friends, and I worked with some Sikh uncles, and they were absolutely perfect and very generous, okay? So I'm not saying something about the Sikh. And I'm not going to mention his background. Here in London, there is Sikhs who work in building. They stabbed each other, man. They're all Sikh, fight. Sikh, you know, and I mentioned other examples, but I just mentioned the Sikhs. What about, do you know anything about a royal family, Sikh royal family? Honestly, the Sikh once had their own country, ruled by royals Sikh royal family. Do you know what happened to the royal family? He said what? And I explained how they fucked each other and killed each other. And he said, were they greedy? I said, So the issue is not with Islam. Sunni Shiite, I said to him, I'm considering myself a normal Muslim. I shouldn't say this. And I said, when you talk about the Shiite are not Muslim. The proper Shia, I'm a proper Shia. So you don't understand the difference between Sunni Shia. You don't. This conflict, you're saying, blaming others. Why did they occupy the Holy Land? He said, Jews. These people are not Israelis. They don't belong there. Why they come there? What about Syria? Why this minority, Alawis, rule Asham? Asham shouldn't, by any rule, by any system, they shouldn't, Al-Assad, Al-Alawi, they shouldn't rule this majority. What happened in Syria so that this family who are a minority rule in Syria. They are ruling part of the Muslim world, they're ruling and causing this. Why? See, you don't know. You just think that the Muslims are killing each other, causing trouble. Why you ask English to revolt against your Muslim leaders? It's okay, the Uthmanic. I said the Uthmanic become no longer an Islamic imposer rulers. Do you know how racist they are right now? They were worse racists before. They should pay money. And he didn't like Erdogan. Wallahi, he didn't like Erdogan. And I said, Erdogan, many of those racist Turk citizens do not deserve Erdogan, man. Erdogan is honestly changing the reputation of the filth of Turkey. Do I need to explain this? He does not know anything. You are at your 60, man. What is this? And I didn't scream at him. And remember that with me, I will always show you respect. Just be careful, because wallahi, I care for you. I said, I care. I say Allah. I say, I understand. I care for you. You might deal with someone who is honestly angry with the news, and he starts saying something. And yes, he would take the knife and put it in your stomach, even if you're at this age, man. Be careful, bro. Sir, I said, you're not dealing with, I'm a man I'm different. My education is different. How I was raised is different. My experience in life is absolutely different. I made you friends, regardless. Wallahi, it happened to another person today. Wallah, listen if I'm imagining. And I said, you are a very wonderful person, nice. I'm sure that you are a wonderful family member, a father. You should know this before you say Eastern Turkestanis. Why the Chinese? The Chinese shouldn't occupy East Turkestan. End of the story. Finish. We don't need to talk. This is East Turkestan state. Either they are developed, civilized or not. It's their country. You don't go and occupy them. Then why you mention bad things about Japan? What Japan did in China is not even 1 out of 1,000 of what the Chinese nowadays are doing to East Turkestan. No one is human except few. You're not human. I didn't say this. I said you're not human if you're not gonna recognize this. Because what is the difference between human and animal? We're higher rank. He said some animals are better than human. I said exactly, because this human shouldn't be called human. See, I said to him, I don't like this debate face to face with people. And it's good that you are at this age, because I will always honor the level of age between. Wallah, it happened. India. Do you know the history of India? Do you know what happened last 4 centuries? Do you know what is the meaning of Hinduism? What is the face of India? Do you know what happened between Pakistan and India, the so-called country Pakistan, so-called India? Do you know the faith of India? What does it represent? A lot of things. How racist and terrible these people are, and they are taking advantage of an international chain. Do you understand the term Satan? Evil, wicked, devil, good side? Do you recognize that there is heaven, hell, regardless of his background? You just say that Muslims are causing trouble. I told him I'm from Iraq. He would come and say, look, you Muslim, a Muslim king, Muslim royal family doing this to you. Is this Islam? Do they represent Islam? Is it Islam itself? Why there is a lot of so-called Christian rape children? Is this what the Messiah is about? Isa the Messiah? No. Why are you focusing saying Muslims are causing trouble and blaming others? Do you know that Iran is considered 4th state or 5? Starting with the Persia? Let's cut the crap of the rubbish about the history. You don't know nothing. Why it's called the Persian golf. This is lies. Lies after lies. This is Saturn world. Lies, 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 lies. To get there. At this age, you should be more knowledgeable than me. Wallahi, sir. Honestly, sir. You should be more knowledgeable than me. You know that, and inshallah, you know that I am friendly and nice and I'm going to take it easy. That's why I am sure you're not going to start such debate with Muslims who you don't know. I'm not saying the majority are good. Who you cannot expect or predict their reaction with this huge Palestine. Do you know what's happened last century? Do you know things about the Nazis and explain the Nazis and the Zionist movement? Do you know about the Sharia, equality, justice, humanity, unity, al-istikhlaf? You just look into some incident happened there and there. Do you know that there is a big difference between the party of Ba'ath, how it's processed in Iraq and in Syria? In Syria, it's absolute occupation by Saddam Hussein. It's good. At the end, he couldn't answer. He couldn't. Can we talk about what's happened in the civil? I didn't mention a lot about the Sikhs. I don't want to be too involved. There was a gentleman Sikh. I could talk about the Sikhs and explain things. We consider these 10 gurus a wise man. That's all. Nothing else. They are not prophet. They are not messenger. No, this is rubbish. But 10 wise men who started a community by the first guru, and because we talked about the Sikh. And then there was a third, trying to provide the community of the Sikh with the best rules to interact with the environment. I'm not going to mention anything word. 10 wise men. But their wisdom was not, with due my great respect, was not enough to recognize that Muhammad is the final messenger and to be obedience to God through the word of God. That's it. But I mentioned there is Sikhs who kill each other. Does this mean that Sikh is bad? No. Among them, the most wonderful, happy families. A wonderful father, wonderful mother. They're human. Targeting Islam this way is not acceptable from a person at your age. Wallah. I know him, but today I think someone shocked him by a rejection, maybe a Muslim. And he said, I'm going to deal with this Muslim who I saw him praying before and throw some of my anger on him. Or not anger, resentment toward the Muslim community. Guess what? Wallahi, I asked him, I said, who you prefer, Sunni or Shia? He said, Shias are better. Look at Daesh, IS. No, he's trying to say, I'm asking you, you are not answering me. You're asking. I said, yeah. I said, yes, okay. I said, Al-Qaeda. Why they bombed the Trade Center? This is not humanitarian. And I'm looking at him. They are Sunnis, aren't they? You're not answering me, Tariq. Are they Sunnis or Shiite? I said, they're Muslims, Sunnis. Okay, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Do you see all this beheading and bombings and suicide and attacking? The West here are allowing people to pray in masjid. There is here Muslims living, and I'm looking at the man. Look, there is people who are worshipping here in masjid. Why? Look at Allah, you are at your 60, man. For God's sake. And you have a degree. And I was, what is the word? What is the word? I was shocked when I know his degrees. And he's not lying. And you can find it, by the way. And he's fine, economically, finance. Regardless where I meet him. I'm not saying bad things about him. God, there is Muslims. Look at you, you're Muslim practicing here. Why the Sunnis produce such a criminal group? Beheading and throwing like jihadists. They said like jihadists John. I said yes, and others as well. Az-Zarqawi, do you know Az-Zarqawi? Az-Zarqawi, is he Shiite? And I'm looking. Why he's Jordanian? Why he's in Iraq? He's from tribe. You're a Jordanian. Why? And I'm looking at him. And then Saddam Hussein. Then why Saddam Hussein went to Kuwait? And I'm looking. Kuwaitis. He considered a lot of things that. And I'm looking at. The point is, and I have answered all of this point. I'm not going to answer. The point you're dealing with. It's not enough. It's not enough. The fucked up cases that I have dealt with, and alhamdulillah, I'm a very powerful person. Trust me, wallah. And I honestly, but this is by the gift of Allah, not me. If some else, and this is not a joke, if others, 99%, what and more of the population of planet Earth, if they dealt with what I'm dealing, they will collapse. I mean, look at my brother, he collapsed before. Yeah, he collapsed, he couldn't. Alhamdulillah, I didn't collapse. Others would lose their mind, finished, and I'm still laughing. Do you see how powerful I am? And I'm looking at him, and I am patient enough, harmony, and listening to him. Man, you don't know nothing about the history. You just say Islam is old, ancient. Judea started by Israel, Abrahamic, and then Jesus started his revolution. And Muhammad came and he looked at the Bible. He didn't read and write. I don't know, someone might read and write and explain to him. And he announced himself. He didn't himself. He started this faith. He started Islam. Okay, so Islam, before Muhammad there was no Islam. He said no Islam before Muhammad. No Allah, no Allah. This is Muhammad proclaimed. I was laughing, really. I laughed so many times. And I said, why are you laughing? This is how Muslim. Do you see Muslim? He said, do you see how Muslim that the Sikh is looking at me? I'm not going to put my nose in this. Muslims, they laugh when they have no answer. Saying, you asking me to keep quiet. Ya akhi, ajib. Ajib. What created Daesh? Why there was an invasion to Iraq? What Taliban? He mentioned something about. Do you know things about the kingdom there in Afghanistan? Do you know what was before Hindu Kush? Do you know that it's your Indian? Oh, Indian. Do you know the reality of Hinduism? Do you know that this is crap? Have nothing to do with real Hinduism. Ya Ilahi, and I'm looking at him. Why the Soviet Union went there and tried to impose the dirty communist? Are they communist right now? China, is it communist? The dirt in Beijing, is it? And even if it's, why they are occupying East Turkestan? Why they are so filth and lower than animals in so many aspects? Why? Became COVID became. Some people might be angry because I'm saying COVID Kong. Okay, fine, Hong Kong. There is a lot of Hong Kong who want to get rid of CCP. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm just saying either COVID Kong or good Hong Kong. Beijing wanted to be COVID Kong because Beijing is COVID. The filth in Beijing. Why are you occupying East Turkestan? Freak! Why are you destroying an old masjid? Because Muslim are... I'm Jew. Islam is... We are here before. Yeah, Christian, because Jesus... Harb al-Istidlal, we took it. We want crusade, we want to take it back. Take what back? What happened before Muhammad is taking back the Holy Land. They always say it to me, and I always reject it. Wallahi, I used to reject it. Even for 15 years, they say there is two jihad of fighting by the sword. Ad-dafa' wal-nashr. Spreading and protecting. This is the rules of fiqh. This is it. Jihad and-nashr, the spreading jihad of the fight, or imposing the Islamic law worldwide. This is what God wants. And I have explained everything it. Otherwise, secular, humanitarian values, and back off. Give the people their right. And the defense jihad. And they say, this was a spread jihad. I said, no, it was a spread by a renew, but it is dafa'. I said, how dafa'? How the defense? I said, because the North African wanted to get rid of the Roman occupation. The Iraqis wanted to get rid of the Persian. The Egyptian wanted to get rid. The Syrian want to get rid of Byzantines. Because it was an occupation. Ya Ilahi, people do not understand this. They don't. And now there is a debate. No, what I say is the truth. Christianity. We're Christian. Muhammad started this. Starting all this. Hey, back off. Wallah. Shiite. Because the Shiite are quiet. The Shiite don't call for trouble like Sunnis. Why don't they be quiet in Persia and stay there, or in Kashmir? Why they're causing trouble in Middle East, in Gulf states, in Iraq, in Syria? Why they come from Afghanistan and fight the majority of Syria and want to get rid of Bashar al-Assad and create terrorist and problem? Why Gaza are firing rocket? They have other 22 states. Why do you want the Gazawis and the Holy Landers to go and settle with the Copts in Egypt? Why do you want them to go to Morocco? It is called Arabic, but is it? No, it's Berber. It's Berber, even if there is a minority there, regardless of the authority. Strange. Do you want Palestinians to go and live with Ashurians or Berber? Or maybe Sudan with African black, with due my great respect to all of this race among this human species. Stupid! There is how many Muslim countries and there is no Jewish? This is not Judea. You are a criminal, but you can't see your crime. Criminal, and those who are ignorant understand this are also, at the end he was kept looking at me and he couldn't answer. Man, study things. Study the book that you got. Study, what does it mean? Your faith means what? This is rubbish. Do you want me to do this, sir? Of course, not this way. In a different way, very humble and nice. I can say that your faith is rubbish. Their faith have this verse and has this thing. Doesn't make sense. Your faith is manipulated this way and this way. Shi'at. Why the Shi'at are slapping themselves and relating themselves? Do you know that some of them question Quran? Do you know that most of the manipulation on the Hadith and the Quran lies against a companion of Muhammad come from the Shi'at? Because their faith basically is not about the word of God. It's not about what Muhammad have explained. It's about a taghutic figure, and I couldn't say this, you don't understand anything. A family of related to Muhammad. This is their faith. And from that, they change it the way they want. Ali Khomeini, he did something different from what before. Safawis did something different from before. They're changing it right and left. No, we're not changing anything. Yeah, but someone might say, look at what's happening in Mecca and Medina. Who's changing? This is an occupation. What? Now I'm Iraqi, I shouldn't interfere in Saudi Arabia. What's the meaning of Saudi Arabia? How come there is Kuwait? Look at the borders. Man, what is this? Wallahi al-Azim. At the end, he couldn't speak. He's looking at me like this. And I said, listen, I respect you. I said, okay, fine. Just telling you that there is... Then he mentioned, what did he say? He said, then the problem is the leaders of the Muslims, not the Muslims themselves. I said, if they are a problem, then they shouldn't be leaders of Muslims. A'udhu billah, you have nothing to do with the faith you relate yourself to. This is not my, wallahi, it is a personal case, or I don't care. Many of you belong to hellfire. May Allah forgive me for this. You belong to hellfire. This is me. I'm not calling for your heaven. Be in hellfire, fuck off, I don't care. Just back off, leave me alone, don't create issues to me. Yeah, I don't care. Bismillah alayk. If you want to be in heaven, yeah, do your part. Yeah, that's it. All rules is from God. From A to Z. Don't create injustice. There is a rule to revolt against the rulers. A to Z. Who's behind all? That's what. Behind all this rubbish we're dealing with and lies and whatever. The devil. Do you know what's Satan? Do you know what's the Antichrist? You don't know nothing. You're stupid. Allah, that's why the devil have looked at me. Ya Allah, may Allah forgive me, because kibr is not good. I'm not mutkabbir, Allah. That's why the devil came and looked at me. Wow. Who's this tiny little boy called Tariq? See, this is how I am treating myself, to feel happy. I'm not a loser, but this is the truth, because my imaginary friend explained it. That's why you're facing all of this problem, because you are different. You are unique. Unique? No, unique. I'm unique. I'm a man of knowledge. I'm a holy man. I'm a God's man. Representing the world. I'm on a mission. I'm at this age, and for this is all to be thanks to God. I did have nothing to do with it. And I can fuck you. I can destroy you. I didn't say this, but he honestly couldn't answer. Well, I'll check information then. If you're saying the truth, I agree with you. Awesome. That's how I am making treatment. It's like morphine. Astaghfirullah. You can't damage me, you can't destroy, you can't break me. unless if Allah wanted, and inshallah, no, Allah will protect me. We always win. Yeah, everything have price. Today when I looked at him, and he offered me a meal. Oh my God, at the end. Allah. That's why I said, do you see? That's why I love how wonderful you are. We all not need to be greedy. But I was going to say to him, hey man, it's only costing you £2 or £3. No, maybe 5. Something good, honestly, a nice meal. I was hungry, I didn't eat breakfast. I was going, because I was late, I had an appointment. Let's hope that there is a place, a center or what, they give people money. He said, if you are not receiving anything, we will give you something. So I went there. I don't want to give you any details, that the Home Office wouldn't interfere and cut it for me. So there might be next week some amount of money on a weekly basis. Why not? I deserve it. Hey, don't tell the city council, not your business. Yeah, the voucher is covering good things. Things are getting better, and as long as the Home Office won't fuck with me. Leave me there in the city council, charity, housing, quiet. Don't provoke things. I mean, that's it. So just don't. Muslims are causing trouble. I don't see any Christian here. I don't see any Jew bombing in America. Look at me, look how stupid I am. Look, I don't see any Jew here bombing. Yeah, in England. Do you see any Jew here attacking? Why do they need even to attack you? You work for them. Do you see any Shiite? Oh, Shiite before 11 September, the inside job, or 2003? Attacking you, or the beheading of children, and killing and torturing. What do you mean? No, I'm talking about Shiite attacking the West. 11 September, is it Shiite behind it? Why do they need to do this to you? You empower the Persian. They should worship you. It is the same. They worship Satan, Taghutik. They should worship America. Thank you for helping Ali Khomeini, the West. Thank you. After he was in Iraq and Saddam spared his life. Thank you for giving us Baluchistan, Ahwazistan, Kurdistan. Thank you for handing us Sheikh Khaz'al al-Ahwazi, who should be in his own state. And we hanged him and killed him. Why the Iranians are fucking with the fucking filthy called Maghreb? The Holy Land? Oh, they are taking advantage of what's happening there. People are stupid. Why stupid? Do you see Hindus bombing America? Why do they need? Did you occupy anything? You helped them. 4 centuries of the colonizing power in the West, Gog Magog. كل حد ينزلون. Allah, this isn't verse in Quran. This is you. Bringing slavery. Allah, Gog Magog. Yeah. You Gog Magog. وجد ضالته. Look at the hadith. وجد إبليس ضالته في الروم. Before and after Constantine. Before the Messiah and after the Messiah. Gog Magog. Thank you. Hey, humanitarian values. Secularism. Please, we are secular here. Liberalism here, yeah. God save the queen or kill the queen, I don't care, man. Who's the God you're talking? And God we trust, or on Satan we trust the same. Okay, but I'm trying, yay. Go, okay, go. What I'm trying to say is secular, human rights, and respecting everyone. Did I kill this old man today? Did I take my sword? I don't mean this sword. I'm gonna See, I'm happy because I feel that I'm a man of success. Everything was against me, and I'll win. I have a story to tell the world. And before I start the story, are you on my side or against me? Against me? A spit in your face, then I'll explain to you. No. Buddhist. The Chinese. Do you see any Chinese all Arab fighting? Look at China. Buddhist. They are Buddhist with Hindi. We had to Chinese. All out of the Muslim, like 50% more Muslim, there is a problem. Why there is problem in Iraq? Study things in Iraq. Syria. Study things, you motherfucker gang rape culture. Fuck you off. Chinese. The Chinese should worship Gog Magog. The Russians and American. Why? Look what the communists did to China. Look how they fought the Japanese. Look how America destroyed Japanese who used to fuck the Chinese. Look how you become powerful. After 11 September, the inside job, they handed to you Eastern Turkestan. They were angry. A lot of those who make the decision were angry. How they were angry, might say that my smell is terrible. No, I eat gum and mint sweet, so I taste nice. No, I don't want it to eat me. I don't want someone to touch me. Please leave me alone. What I'm trying to say, that's it. The kings, they should worship America, not bully the United States of America. They should thank you very much. That's how they speak. I'm talking to you, America, for helping us. Showing respect to you. I'm ready to give you our asses if you want to enjoy females in the country. They should do this. Different. What happened in Middle East? Did it happen in China? No. Vice versa. On the contrary. Yeah, exactly. And then 11 September, the inside job. Inside job. Inside job. Inside job. It's an inside job. The scenario is there. Shut the fuck up. Inside job. You want it to happen. You're behind it. Shut fuck off. No. And then, hey, Beijing, fight the terror. East Turkestan, there is a chance to take it. It's not fully this is the word, it's not a fully independent Islamic state. So we will ask our allies, the Chinese, they are with us. There will be a war in Iraq, Afghanistan, the Chinese will understand. Of course, it's like a cake. Everyone have peace. The big piece of this cake is for the Satan, who we love. His servant, the Antichrist. Fuck you, Gog Maggot. Fuck you. It's not fully independent state, so why not give it to Beijing? Well, we don't want more Muslims to go struggle. Look what I'm dealing with right now. See, America, this is it. What did and then in 2011, no more self-government. East Turkestan, GPT, we also going to do something good about Muslims. Why in China like that? We would put on a plane, cussing to everyone. This is Jewish. Allah yahrikum, damar. Do you see hellfire? Do you see? Bismillah alayk. Inshallah tahsoon. I ask Allah if He granted me this. Because I know how it is. But I don't want this. I don't want to test it again. I didn't test anything. It is small, tiny thing. Really, very, very. 1 after trillion, something. And I start smelling, what? And Allah is my witness. May Allah curse me if I am a liar. Of course, I'm not saying I'm a messenger. I didn't talk to God. What did I smell? Burn. Felt like I'm a burning fire. A'udhu billah. Yeah, wallah. Smoke inside me. This is how they are. And اقامة الجحيم like this. Burn. No forgiveness. But I am a Muslim. I believe in you, the most merciful, the love. Peace be upon your messenger. You are the peace of Allah. Allahu Akbar. Why Muhammad went there and there? Why Muhammad got out the sword spread? The Roman cross spread by the sword. The so-called hindered by the sword they used to eat and kill each other. Dark spreading. You used to destroy each other temple. The so-called Buddhists used to rebel. How China become very fast a communist and atheist? Because the children, what sort of file you need to change? A hole like that to a hole like this. A Buddha file. I'm sorry. So-called Buddhist Buddha file. Monk. I'm sorry. I'm not saying all. What sort of file do you want to change? Someone would say Catholic. No, I don't mean the Catholic and Protestant. Everyone. There is darkness everywhere. Look at the so-called Shiite. I'm sorry, guys. Come on, bro. It's a joke. Forgive me, brother. There's no children watching me. I'll love to take children, dude. If you think that I'm not listening to imaginary voices and there is nothing here, you are wrong. Because, God, am I in a party right now?